Okay, everybody, we are in the last qualifier. The final chance for the teams to make it into the playoffs. Qualifier number 10 for the X-Cup Summer. In our first round, we got Chile Mountain against Go Next. And we're going to follow Chile Mountain today. Also, a little bit of a spoiler alert. The Donuts are signed up too. Both of the teams are trying to make it into the top 8. And it is going to be a battle because very likely only one of them is able to make it. And some of you, after watching the last tournament, are obviously immediately looking over to Chile Mountain. They are like, wait a second. What's happening here? Where's Breeze? Where's Whoopi? They can't play today. It's not they're out of the team. No. They're still with the team, but they couldn't make it today. So right now, Chile Mountain in the final qualifier is playing with two sub-players. They're playing with Stork and they're playing with Galnagulnar. And they have to fight through the tournament and do as well as they can. Now, when we're talking about qualifier number 10, we have a couple of other teams signed up. Team WA, for example, signed up, which is really surprising to me because they are first no matter what happens here because the Hardos are not signed up. So we still have a pretty stacked event, but some teams have already said, you know what, we're already in the top 4, we're in the top 8, nothing changes anymore, we don't have to play here. So it will be really interesting to see how the teams are doing. We have a couple of the heavy hitters signed up regardless because there is obviously a difference of whether or not you're making it into the top 4 or simply into the top 8. The top 4 starts in the winner bracket for the playoffs. The bottom 4 of the top 8 start in the lower bracket. And when we're talking about the Mafia, when we're talking about Team Cow Attack, and a couple of others like Go Next, they still have chances, you know, to advance into the top 4, or they're being threatened by another team to drop out of the top 4, so a lot of them have signed up for this final qualifier, regardless of whether or not they can drop out of the top 8. But yeah, Battlefield of Eternity is our map. This is obviously a best of 1. We are still in the first round of the qualification tournament, so we have our traditional bans on Zagara and on Vala. We see that a lot these days. Battlefield of Eternity is another good example for that. And Stukov plus Uther also get banned here. It's a little bit weird, of course, for Chile Mountain. I mean, the guys, they struggled a bit to find sub-players for the day, as far as I know. But they have to really dig deep because they need a lot of points. They are in a pretty uncomfortable position where they're just outside of the top 8. So they need to accumulate some points. And it's not only that. There is very likely going to be a bit of a showdown between the Donuts and Chile Mountain. At least that's a possibility. Now, there's obviously always a chance that we have Go Next coming through and just, you know, just completely beasting it and taking them down. Time will tell. We got Smexion, Valfurion, Barkult is playing Urel for our game. And on the other side, the first pick into Blaze from Blade, as the teams are setting up for Battlefield of Eternity. Now, the players, as already mentioned, we have in total 4,000 euros of prize money for the playoffs. That will be played out over the course of 3 days. All of the games are going to be commentated, and then we're talking about best of 5s and the grand final even being a best of 7. But, well, for now we got Hanzo and we got Lucio. Okay, they are going full Overwatch for now. The more Overwatch, the better. Old school strategy. We'll see if that's going to be enough, but Hanzo, of course, amazing to chip down the hit points of the Immortal, and if you can set a good Dragon Arrow up, then Blaze is normally in a position where he can maybe try to follow up, can get a bit of a stun chain going, and then just go for full-on damage. Marke is obviously pretty good on Tracer too. I mean, these days is not a hero that you immediately associate with him. There's others that fill more so in that role. What we have right now, though, is still that Malfurion first pick, so Chile Mountain decides that they, oh, well, not Chile Mountain, Go Next decides that they don't want to go up against the Malfurion Tracer combo. So they ban that out immediately. But, yeah, here comes our pick. Muradin for Stork, and we got Maka on Li Ming. Now, Li Ming on Battlefield of Eternity is especially good because she's always the one that YOLOs out her abilities and the skill shots, and then your opponent's team has to either soak that damage with one of their heroes, which of course pokes the hit point pool down slowly, or they're going to lose immortal hit points, and that's the big play that you're trying to make here. I mean, it goes so far that the other day, Nick with the Hardos abandoned Calamity on level 7, which is pretty much insane on this level of play, because they went into a full poke build against the Immortal, only here in Battlefield. And, well, the Overwatch train continues. We have Genji lined up, so we get both of the Shimada brothers now. And Wit is playing Johanna at the front, with the only one missing is Galnagulnar. So, let's see what he's going to take. Chile Mountain, everybody. Can they pull it off? Last tournament was the first one that they participated in. As I mentioned, a lot of the guys have been on holidays, on vacation, so therefore they didn't have time to participate previously. The team formed late, but now they want to still make it into the top 8, and they pick Falstad to complete this setup on Battlefield of Eternity. Well, with all of that, guys, let's go. We got our first match of the day. Go next against Chile Mountain. Okay, game on, everyone. We have the party starting up here. Go next on the left side in blue, and we get Wit on Jojo, Blade currently playing Blaze. We got Sonic on Lucio, Zero on Hanzo, and Kelvin is playing Genji for Go next. On the right side of the map, Chile Mountain, again today with 2 sub-players. Stalk on Muradin, we have Maka on Liming, Backhold on Urel, Smexy is playing Falstad with the build straight up into the Gathering Storm, since we have Galnigulna playing Mel Furion in this game. Now, as highlighted in the previous tournament, the standard players for the team, the 2 that are missing today are Breeze and Wooby, but they couldn't make it today, so therefore we have, well, Galnigulna and Stalk subbing in and trying to help the team out here. If that's going to be enough, that's the big question, because they have to go pretty far in order to qualify for the playoffs. They did well in the last tournament where they came in second. They even defeated the Hardos, which was incredible. And the only team that was able to take them down was Team Wow. So now we've seen them in the first round of the tournament, and well, time will tell if they can make it into the playoffs, yes or no. On level 1, as he so often does, Marker with the Force Armor right here. We also got Third Wind set up, and topside Backhold against Blade. This is our 1 versus 1. And that lane gets a little bit of an assist as Wit is starting to move in. Yep, so they are starting to rotate, but they're also abandoning the bot lane a bit, and that's starting to become a problem because Mexi is using the opportunity to drop the towers a bit low, and the rest of the team is following up on that. So it's pretty much both of them trying to go for a camp. Zero has to jump out here. We're just moving in too, but there's no way they can really go for it. So it's a 2-3 split right now for Go Next, whereas we have the red team with a full 4-man setup at the bot side, and they can do quite a lot here. Backhold is attempting to interrupt the rotation a bit, slow it down so that the team at the bottom of the map has more time to get damage in against the wall. And that's exactly what they're doing. Some good combos. That tower is nearly destroyed. Smexy has to be careful. Khaldor are taking care of it. And the gate might fall too. And yes, it does. So now more vision to be had. And with the tower being this low, it's pretty much guaranteed that either Liming or Falstad are going to drop it in just a second or two. So as it stands, we have everybody getting ready here for the first Immortal, but the initial damage against structures pretty solid from Chile Mountain. Top side, as you can tell, of course, there's a bit of damage that was done here too, but it's not quite comparable to what Chile Mountain did at the bottom of the map. With the objective being announced in another 10 seconds, the teams are currently starting to make their play for the first camp here. Well, not the first camp, but you know what I mean. Like the first Shaman camp, to get that set on the map so that they have a lane pushing while the objective is active and being fought over. With the level 4 talents, we get our Triumvirate again. We get the Static Shield in on the other side. And the blue team also eager to get the Shamans locked in. Yeah, and that sets us up. So let's get this party started and let's see where they are going with this. Which team locks in Immortal number 1? And are we going to see a bit of a snowballing on the map? Now, this is a best of 1, as mentioned. Once we're heading into the playoffs, we're talking about best of 5s, but for these qualification tournaments, they're supposed to be short and sweet. That's exactly what we're seeing here. A quick poke against the blue team's Immortal, with Wit trying to interrupt it and delay it. Obviously using his shield glare for it too, but they're losing out quite a lot on this. Stun connects with the birdie, but the halftime show, much closer than I thought, but the red team is ahead by roughly 1,500 points, a little bit more than that. So, not too shabby. Blue team nearly caught up, but not quite. Yeah, and here's the poke, and this is exactly the showcase for Make. As you can see, Liming is just like firing away on the left side. Hanzo is the only one that is trying to take the Immortal for Go Next. And he is packing a punch, of course, with his arrows. Then again, Muradin is jumping in. Urel is on her way too. They're going for the full-on 5-man commitment here. And they should be able to get the first Immortal of the game. And indeed they do, with 2,800 hit points left on the shield. Stalk is moving in, looking for another Stormbolt. And yeah, this is gonna hurt the top lane a bit. Now, Falstad is at the bottom of the map. Could fly in. If there is a fight that he feels he needs to participate in, they could use the global to make this even more dangerous. Already forcing out the Iron Skin on Johanna with another Stormbolt here. And Wit needs to be careful. Gets attacked right away as he moves past the gate. The fort should not fall here. Go next. Seems to be in a position where they can defend against the Immortal, but they are going to lose at least the gate here and the wall. Calamity is now in for Maka, and we also have with the level 7 Boomerang locked in from the Birdie. And they're doing a lot more damage than I actually thought. Yeah, they are coming in with the damage right here, trying to at least take the fountain down, and that one is destroyed, so the top lane sustain is already gone. And they are doing way more damage than I expected. Wit gets attacked, and Stork jumped in deep, maybe a little bit too deep, and that could be kill number 1 in the game. They're turning into Jojo, though. It's a kill for a kill, and they're following up with more. The slows are there. Berkult needs to retreat. Zero with another hit. They exchange blows, and it's the two frontliners that fall. Johanna and Murden, both down. Berkult with a quick tactical pause. I don't think that anybody really disconnected here. It's a weird bit to see Smexy also on the bird at the bot lane, going up against Blade. Now, he doesn't have the same sustain that Blade has with his self heal. But yeah, up at the top side, they gotta be careful here. So Stork is dead. We can also take a bit of a look at the damage. Level 7 abilities are obviously in. Marke has already started poking. He's at 13,000 right now, whereas Hanzo is sitting at 10k. And Hanzo is really the one that will consistently be on the Immortal whenever the objective is up. He does a ton of damage and can easily burn it down. So likely we're going to see a 4-man defense from Go Next in an attempt to get a kill, while Hanzo is doing his thing with the damage itself. So that's kind of what we're waiting for right now when it comes to those fights. Especially the serrated arrow over here is absolutely fantastic. The extra damage that you can do to minions, mercenaries, and monsters also applies to the Immortal, and that is one of the biggest tools that he has in the arsenal when it comes to the damage output. Now, we have 22 stacks for Falstad, so Smexy is currently trying to get that together too. Skullcracker even here for Muradin, so trying to get some extra stuns in and control for these fights, which can be a really, really annoying talent, by the way. Especially if you have a couple of channels or anything, that can be a huge pain. With the camp that gets locked in topside by Chile Mountain, they maybe have even a shot to go for the fort. I mean, it's down to 50% HP, but the fountain is gone, and that's the biggest problem here for them. So we'll see what they can do here. But yeah, either way. For now, just sniffing out where everybody is positioned, but Stork is already riding in on the pleb horse, baits out the Iron Skin again, and gets met by a big stun from Blaze. So good jet propulsion, but the damage is still being dished out by the Khazras, and that is starting to whittle away the hit points on the top fort. That bad boy is starting to fall. Now, Genji has traversed down to the bottom of the map, and that could later on become a bit of a problem, because Smexy is now going up against Kelvin here. But Genji will try to take Smexy down. And there's the jet propulsion, and that's a kill. Birdie is dead. Yeah, the rotation happened without Chile Mountain knowing about it. Wasn't apparently called out there either. And that leads to another kill in the game. Falstad can fly into the mid lane, of course. But that's a bit of a setback, and we're going to see way more attempts like this as the game continues, with Genji moving in for the birdie. So, as it starts up, Berkult is the one trying to delay the blue team from doing damage, and on the other side, you see some dished out here, but with Falstad gone, it's not really a question who's going to win the halftime show. So, now they have to somehow deal with that. They didn't even take their camp. So, that one kill set Go Next up for success. But both teams didn't go for kills here, and Go Next a little bit hesitant, honestly. Way too hesitant, and they're paying the price for it. Level 10 abilities are here for both. They got apparently a bit scared because of those heroic abilities, but the Immortal is now quite low, but they need the kill, and they are about to get it, but the Avatar! Triple in the backline. Stork trying to get out, and he escapes again. The Tranquility helping too, but the stuns are connecting. First it was Hanzo's arrow that hit home, and then it's the jet propulsion of Blade. But here comes Berkult, trying to zone them away, create a little bit of space. He still has his ult ready. Muradin is moving in from the top, obviously back up to 100% HP. Gets the Stormbolt against Blade. And they get even more damage connected by Make, who's firing away one ability after another. And that Immortal is not looking good right now. Fantastic save. Smexy with a great gust here in particular. That saved Stork for sure. That gave him the time to get the Avatar out. Another objective for the red team, but they're still fighting it out. Bunker is on the ground. They're trying to go a little bit deeper for the potential kill. They can't take Genji down. Jet propulsion didn't hit either. And now they can try and turn it on Blaze. He's nearly dead, but they can't quite lock in the kill. Still looking great though. And Falstad is making his way towards the top, trying to catch all of the experience globes here. And, well, or at least as many as he can. But down at the bottom of the map, the damage is already being dealt as the fort is gonna fall 100%. With Falstad at the top side and the 5-man defense, or the 4-man defense at the bottom, Blaze is just now making his way towards the top. I think we're gonna see 2 forts fall here, which gives, of course, a significant map advantage to Chile Mountain. So it's a good start for them, regardless. And yep, they got it. First one is in. Second one at the top is about to fall. Liming is the one with the top damage in the game right now. 25,000 for her. But they're setting up the trap at the bottom instead. I was expecting them to rotate topside, and they didn't. Arrow gets soaked up by Urel. Good for them. Backline hit would have been much more of a problem. But that ends the fort at the top. Smexy can go for the camp and can steal that too. And at the bottom of the map, they're already setting up for the next part of this. So, nicely played. 2 kills to 1 in the game, but there's a half-level lead now for Chile Mountain. And of course, a very big structural advantage with them taking 2 forts down. Catapult pressure on both lanes is now slowly going to build up as the game continues. But the blue team is at least getting a 1. Wit is a bit low. Yeah, oh, and that's of course great damage right here. Zero is in trouble and is immediately retreating towards the other side. He doesn't have the ult ready either. Stork is aggressively jumping in, and Wit just seems lost here. He has the Iron Skin, another Stormbolt against Lucio. There's even the bunker. They're forcing the ults out. Tranquility is being used as well. Wit still on the run. Kelvin is back. We had a Hearthstone from Hanzo, and he's coming from the base now. But they're turning it onto Blaze, the jet propulsion. They're trying to go for maybe a switch and return the favor here. Blessed Shield is out as well. X-Strike comes through, but everybody's low on the blue team side. And nearly a kill against Genji. He's down to below 100% HP, 100 HP, but he's not dying. Nobody's dying in this one. Huge fights between the two of them, but nobody goes down. But still damage dished out by the top camp that was taken by Smexy earlier. And they got level 13. They got level 13 as well. So they now have a talent advantage over the opponent's team. And they also have the better position on the Immortals. So with the 48 stacks that we see for our boy Falstad, we now have them locking in the halftime show pretty quickly. Great for them. It's getting dangerous for Go Next. Jojo is coming in and eats this. Oh my god. Holy shit. Jojo is down. I was about to say eats the Stormbolt and some damage, but that was a lot of damage. From 100 to 0 in pretty much no time. Even with the Iron Skin, she didn't stand a chance here. So now they have level 13, but they're playing a 4 versus 5. This is horrible for Go Next. They picked up the talent, but that doesn't help them even a little bit. This is going to be a massive Immortal for Chile Mountain. And Urel is on her way to the bottom of the map to ensure that the camp that was claimed by the blue team is not going to do too much damage. What a kill. What a kill, honestly. That might... I mean, is that going to be a game-deciding kill? Maybe not necessarily, but it could definitely be a little bit of an issue. So that one hurt. That one hurt a lot. So now we got Muradin still sitting in the middle. They're slowly playing this one out. Yeah, Immortal topside is about to move in. They need to double check these pushes. Stork. I don't know about that. Oh, the Blessed Shield. It misses. Oh my god. The Blessed Shield missed. And that's a problem. Well, that's trouble brewing. Now we got a 2-level advantage nearly for Chile Mountain. And that is, of course, a pain. Falstad is pushing the bot lane. They don't have the Blessed Shield as an engage tool anymore. That stun is lost at least for another 30 seconds. The birdie does damage bot side. They're locking in at the top. A potential kill on Jojo. The damage connects, but Wit gets saved by the rest of the team. Well done. The keep is gonna fall, and guys, at the bottom of the map, Falstad is still busying himself trying to take the final main structure down. But the bird gets taken down. The bird gets killed. They use Hanzo's arrow, and Genji, the Shimada brothers, went to pluck the chicken, and they did. So now it's chase time topside, 4 versus 5, and they're trying to somehow get out of here. They got the level 16 talent. They're even attempting to turn it. Stoxilla's avatar, so they're playing around that. Big damage against Urel, but she had the ult up, and everybody's low for the blue team. They don't have level 16, and Kelvin falls. Tranquility gets used. Now it's Blade who's in trouble. He gets locked down by the root from Galne Gulnar. Another kill. Lucio is also dead. A big jump. Stalk with the avatar. Can't connect the Stormbolt here, but they got 3 kills in total. And of course, they're pulling further and further ahead here. Wit! Why? No, not like this. Wit steps out and just gets punished. Absolutely punished. The root on the ground, the Stormbolt to welcome him. Both of the keeps are gone, and that is trouble. Big trouble now. That's a staggered death on Hanzo. Gets popped like a pimple here as Urel comes in and takes him down. Chile Mountain spicing things up here. The bird already at the top camp. Not a single fort has been lost on the side of the red team. And they're just doing such a good job here. It's actually impressive. Chile Mountain, even with 2 substitution players today, is doing fantastic. They're timing the camp. They're trying to set this up around the Immortal. I mean, there's now continuous pressure on the blue team. So the more time they spend in the middle of the map to try and lock in the next Immortal to fight against Chile Mountain, the harder it is for them to defend their core, because both lanes are heavily pushed by catapults and also the camps that have now perfectly been timed around the Immortal. So this is a nice 3-pronged attack that we're seeing from Chile Mountain. They're going in the middle to lock the Immortal down. They win the halftime show already. A camp is pushing the top lane, a camp is pushing the bot lane, and both of the lanes get pressured by catapults too. Now, they have finally level 16, and that's the moment where they have to make the play, but the arrow gets dodged. The arrow is dodged, and that's a disaster. That's honestly a disaster. That was the best opportunity to lock an arrow hit in and then follow up with a kill. If they lose Genji now, then it's nearly over. Genji, he had 30 hit points and he makes it out thanks to Lucio. Jumps over, nearly gets killed by the camp. If that gets activated somehow, then it's done. But it's instead Johanna that falls. Jojo dead. They go for Blade. And it is a disaster. Go next. Very likely not going to make it here. A comeback at this point would be absolutely incredible. It would be a small miracle to turn this one around. Not only do we see in just a few seconds an Immortal with nearly 100% shield walk through the map at the 15-minute mark, but we already have the shield nearly destroyed on the core as the camps are setting up on it. The team just simply has to push now. Auto-click the core and they are good to go. That was a really well... Oh, even the camp? Maybe the last fight right here. Can they get the kill? The mighty gust by Smexy, but he went a little bit too deep into the tower range. And now he's dead, but they get the counter kill against Blaze. They're trying to go for Lucio, but it's not happening. Look at that core though. Pressure from everywhere. All the lanes are pushing in. Catapults. Camps are now coming through. Kelvin is in trouble. And well, they quickly solved that. So down he goes. One of the Shimada brothers is already dead. The play for Galne Gulnar, but it's not happening. And the more time they spend here, the more time the Immortal has to end the game. Already on the core. We're going to see Chile Mountain move on to the next round of the tournament as they take down Go next in the first game of this tournament. Our best of 1 on Battlefield of Eternity. 12 kills to 4. Well played by Chile Mountain. They lock in the level 20. They lock in the W. And we're going to move on to the second round of the last tournament. Before we head into game number 2, make sure that you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done it yet so you don't miss out on any future content here on Khaldor TV. Towers of Doom! Let's go, everybody! We are in the second round of the tournament. Chile Mountain, as mentioned before, with 2 sub players today because Whoopi and Breeze couldn't play today. So the 5-man that you currently see in front of you is trying to qualify for the playoffs. It's the final tournament, the final qualification tournament right here. On the left side, we got Team Cow Attack. The Polish team is trying to stop the run of the Chile Mountain. And it's the best of 1. we are in the second round only. In all of these qualification tournaments, they're supposed to be short and sweet. And that's why we have best of ones in the early stages. So, let's go. We got our Uther ban already happening. It's also kind of funny to see Stork playing here. It's kind of cool. So yeah, Stork and Galnagulnar are subbing in today on the red team side. And they went up against Go Next in their first round, so this is not really a pushover team. They were able to win the first map, but now they're going up against Team Cow Attack, and that's another team that has already made it into the playoffs. So they are guaranteed to play in the playoffs. And some of you might ask, well, if they're already in the top 8, why are they playing here? Reason is very simple. They want to get some more points so that they get a better seeding for the playoff bracket, especially when you break through into the top 4, you start in the winner bracket, which makes, of course, the entire thing a lot easier for you. And, well, with that, they might be able to accomplish that by simply breaking through Chile Mountain here. That would give them a slot in the semifinal, which at worst case puts you into 4th spot. Now it depends of course a whole lot how other teams are performing here. Team Wah is signed up for the tournament. The Donuts are signed up, by the way. So it could be at the end of the day a battle between Chile Mountain and the Donuts, who gets the 8th slot in the standings. There's a lot that could definitely happen here. But anyways, we're jumping way ahead of ourselves. Right now we're focusing on the map at hand. We have towers. Immediately we see false stats. Mexi already played the birdie on the previous map. And we get Stukov together with it. Vala is open, by the way. But the blue team decided to go for Junkrat instead as their first pick. Medivh gets banned out. There's a couple of heroes that you still have, you know, in the back of your head when you're going up against someone. And Make has, of course, played a lot of Medivh, not only in the past, but in the previous tournament too. And, well, there it is. We got Mimikyu and Varian. I guess maybe even a bit of a pick away from the red team who went Stukov very early on. But you can play that with Murden, you can play that with the Nubarak. There's a lot of options for Chile Mountain if they really want to go into one of these sniper compositions where you start within a stun through your tank and then follow up with Stukov's Lurking Arm. But it shuts down a couple of play attempts, of course. Dehaka to at least have a counter global. Lucio gets banned out. And what do you ban? Oh, that was a quick one. Yeah, fair enough. Stalk on Stitches is an option, so banning Stitches out on this map makes sense. It's also a map where you, of course, I mean, you kind of self-stun yourself and when you're channeling on any altar, so once that Stitches has level 13 and gets the extended range, you have a lot of options to hook a target and take him down. And there's a lot of open space here in the map too. Stitches can be very dangerous here. So he gets banned. Stukov would have been the follow-up for that. And in comes Garrosh. Garrosh and Leoric. Oh, Scheiß Swiffer. But yeah, no Janitor here. He goes for the Ice Giant skin, which honestly, as much as I like the Janitor, that Ice Giant skin is amazing. I like that a lot. That leaves us with Make as the last pick. And Make is oftentimes a bit of an X-Factor pick for them. I mean, again, he plays Mephisto a lot. Played it on Volskaya. Played it on Inferno a lot. So let's see. Rutek and Sesabos. Orphea and Anduin. Yeah, a boy with the daddy issues is in here. So we have the father and son duo, and there he is, Mephisto. Guys, we are ready. Chile Mountain against Team Cow Attack. It is the second round of the final qualification tournament for the X Cup Summer Playoffs. Let's go. Second game of the tournament. It's Cow Attack against Chile Mountain. The Polish team on the left side of the map. With Arian on Junkrat, we got Rutek on Anduin, Mimikyu on Varian, Richu on Dehaka, and Sesabos on Orphea. Napirdalai. On the right side of the map, it's Chile Mountain with Make on his Mephistos, notorious for his Mephisto plays. I mean, to an extent where on some maps Mephisto gets literally banned out against him. In this case, they banned out Medivh. We have Smexy on Falstad, slight adjustment with the Dishonorable Discharge on level 1 now. Stork playing Garrosh, Galnagulnar on Stukov, and Leoric is played by Bakult. Okay, Anduin and Varian on the same team here. Now that kid always had some daddy issues, and right now he can prove to daddy that he's not worthless. As we all know, Varian was pretty embarrassed by his son, doesn't like him at all, and they have constant fights about it because, again, Varian is a real warrior. Anduin is a little bit of a sissy that doesn't know which end to hold the sword at, which he is continuously proving by just throwing some light around. So, and Varian is consistently telling him to man up. I mean, he had tried everything. He took him camping, you know. They went for, like, fight school and everything, put him in the military, but nothing helps. This is the real lore that Blizzard doesn't really want you to know. This is a story they're afraid to tell you, but it is true. It's totally true. I promise. Okay, so now that we have our setup at the bottom of the, well, at the top lane more so, with the 1 versus 1, at the bottom of the map, the two teams are going to focus on the pumpkin camps. That's the real thing that at the 1 minute mark you're interested in. And normally you have your tank also participating by simply sitting in the bush and anchoring your play. And that's what we're doing. So in the middle of the map, alright, Mimikyu sees the birdie, but doesn't have level 4 of course yet, and instead Andon gets flipped in. Rutek might have to go for the save here. It's coming in with a heal at least, but they definitely need that taunt for Varian so that they can come in with some serious lockdown CC to allow the team some opportunities to follow up with kills, especially Orphea. Her ult could be really helpful here. Obviously with Junkrat and his mine, you can definitely go for displacement. The Haka can follow up with the dragon. There's a lot of CC chains. Pretty much at the end of the day, tons of CC chains that he could use. Marky gets attacked now too. On level 4 we get the piercing light. And it's party time. Okay. Yeah, Backhul in the mid lane. It's gonna be that endless rotation. And Smexy with Falstad is, of course, changing things slightly. Because as long as Leo is rotating between the lanes, yes, the Haka is not up against the global, but there's an easy way to go for a 2v1 setup topside. And that's exactly what they're doing, because Falstad is just rotating in, and whenever he's needed at the bottom of the map, he can then fly. So he can mirror the Haka's movement a little bit, and they can still have the wave clear here. Yeah, the Haka with the drag attempt, that didn't work out. There's the lockdown though, and oh, Stork turns it around with 4 stuns over here. Looked like he's gonna die, but he keeps himself alive. Gets some heals from Galgulnar too, and now they're going for Anduin, and Anduin dies. Easy kill. First one to fall. Varian even more embarrassed now. You're not my son. First blood, really, how could you? Double hit against the blue team. The core down to 32 points. We got 36 on the side of Chile Mountain. Yeah. People are always asking why exactly I hate Anduin. Oh, yeah, that's another kill. I gotta say, Chile Mountain, good start. Even more impressive considering that they're playing with 2 subs. Now, for especially the people that are watching this on YouTube, they have absolutely no idea why I dislike Anduin. It's actually quite easy. I like the character, honestly. I think the character is real fun in the game. But we had an event in China that lasted 2 weeks, and we cast it every day. And they had 1 trailer, and 1 trailer only. And that was a World of Warcraft trailer, where Anduin was the entire time... It was Anduin against Sylvana, some stuff. And Anduin was the entire time just whining and crying, "For the Alliance! I want my mommy!" And I couldn't hear that shit. Like, seriously, I couldn't bear it at some point anymore. It was just draining. I mean, if you listen to that crap every day for 2 weeks, I mean, you would hate Anduin too. Guy's a crybaby. He's the Nicard of the Nexus. So, yeah, he goes down first. Here comes the Haka. They go for the fight and they're trying, but Stork with the play flips them out and turns a potentially dangerous situation in a bit of a win, because now the top side gets pressured. So good for them. And, well, down at the bottom of the map, they're still making their play here, trying to take the opponent's pumpkins down. So that's the play. A bit of a chase, and the Haka is zoned out at the top completely. Smexy has taken the opportunity to use all that time that he has, that big window of opportunity, to come in and nearly take that bell tower down. That's super early in the game too, with the 5-minute mark. That's a great setup. Same time though, Mimikyu coming in with the stun against Marker. Yeah, and there's the pull. Oh, Anduin. Anduin trying to save Varian again, and saving him for now. Nice. But the shots get fired. It's once again Chile Mountain with the hits, and that drops the core down to 28 points. Oh, but there's the kill. Garrosh gets murdered. It's Junkrat. Yeah. I can never remember if Junkrat is an Aussie or a Kiwi. I can never remember that. I mean, some might say same shit, but it isn't really. So yeah, I always forget. But either way, level 10 is in. Gap isn't big, so they can't do too much around it. The Durance of Hate and Decimate is, of course, becoming more and more of a thing these days. So we see it even here in the game. And it's time to partay. Oh, we got the... first of all, we got the false stat kill, so Smexy's down. But we also got the holy word Salvation. And you know why? Because Anduin, he has the best words. He has all the words. He has also the holy words. It's amazing. They're the best. Everybody says so. So, 2 kills to 2. Anduin, the wordsmith, is going to go for the bubble. Could be interrupted here, of course, too. So, we'll see what he's going to get with that. But I like that cow attack brought it back. The Polish team. You're just giving up on this. Early game was a bit rough, but now they're doing much better. Level 10 abilities could, of course, increase that too. I mean, they got the follow-up from Afia, so that's pretty nice as well. When you get the stun connected from Anduin, and maybe even a follow-up there too. So, there we go. Top side. Camp gets claimed by Baku. Oh, that was unfortunate. Richu missing the drag here. False stat coming in. Some extra damage. The Gust. Nice. Forces the Essence to be dropped, and I think they're going to take this one. The problem is that down here the fight continues with the kill on Mephisto, and with the body blocking on Stork, he is the second victim of the bot lane fight. But the top altar, top bell tower, that one got murdered. Now, there's that. And I don't know, we'll see how this is going to go in the long run, but when we are looking at the current situation in the game, granted, structurally speaking, blue team is behind, but they're doing way better in the kills now. Ever since they hit level 10, they're coordinating these attacks better, they got the pumpkins at the bottom of the map, and they're going for a bell tower exchange. So Galnagulnar and Berkult are currently trying to force them back, and they can do that. But here comes the play with the taunt, straight up for the Ghost, and he's dead. Nice Durance of Hate, but the counter with a bubble, and it's a kill on Mephisto. That was nicely done. Really good play by Anduin, beautiful turn, and that's a triple kill. This is getting really problematic for Chile Mountain. If they lose this, they are out of the playoffs. But Smexy dropped Anduin, so he gets the kill there. Bottom bell tower has been taken. We're taking another look, by the way, at the fight. Look at this. That was the setup initially with the Durance of Hate, and then Anduin comes in and says, "Not on my watch." Berkult dies again, though. Casper the Friendly Ghost is murdered once more. So we are looking at 8 kills to 3. This isn't really going all that well all of a sudden for Chile Mountain. They started off strong, but now they are in trouble. We got a full-on Lightning Rod build for the birdie, by the way. Quick look at the damage numbers. Put him at 15,000. We got 20,000 for Mephisto. So, yeah, it's Sophia who is really chunking the damage out. They're trying to take back the bot lane, and they're going to reclaim this one. It's a double altar this time. Technically, we should get a trade. Top left, top right. But this could get dangerous. Mid lane, they're going for Berkult again. Yeah, he's going fully orky at this point. Died 2 times. Granted, Stork is getting farmed a little bit harder. Indomitable is being used. Body blocking. Durance of Hate. And the kill. This time the bubble is too late. Rutek with Anduin couldn't hit it in time. The safe attempt on Stork. But that's a Riptire kill. Tried to gust it, that didn't work, so it's a 4 versus 4. Both tanks are gone. And it will be an even exchange in Bell Towers. But the experience lead, that's in the hands of Cow Attack. But that's still 5 shots that just got fired. Damn, straight up. 23 points, 230. So Chile Mountain is getting Chile Mountain is getting farther and farther ahead on the core. But the problem really is that 1 level lead that we now have for Team Cow Attack, and we all know that this is a map where you can bring it back in the late game, and that's what they're going to try to do. They're reclaiming the top bell tower already. They have level 16. That's a 1 level lead. Thankfully for Chile Mountain, there is no objective around the corner, but it's going to make kills even harder for them, because now Anduin has the Glyph of Faith. So now he has the double trait that he can use, which is big, of course. Big jump. They go for Varian. Stork gets boosted out and is retreating. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting late game. A very interesting one at that. And as I pointed out, Chile Mountain, if they lose this map, if they lose here, playoffs are not happening. Yep, if they lose right now, then the playoff dream is over. So, for now, they need to try and do their best here. Level 16 is ready. The Mithril Mace and the Afterburner are both getting picked by Leo and the Birdie. Our little dwarf on a bird. And they are fighting out against Richard, the top lane. Smexy, full AFK here. The fuck was that? They're gonna get the kill. Alright. That looked a little bit weird though. Like he didn't make a play immediately for it, where they're trying to bait him a bit and he just overlooked it. I'm not quite sure what exactly happened there. If they were trying to just simply give the Haka the illusion, that's gonna take a while. Now the belt out the bottom gets claimed. And, well, no, it doesn't. The fuck? That's a disaster. Yeah. Are they gonna get the channel? Yeah, but it's too late. Oh, that hurts. That is 10 points. No, sorry, 8 points off the core. And they go. Oh, ouch. Oh my god. That was so unfortunate. The timing just off. Now the boss got taken. 11 points to 26. Yes, they have bell tower control, but the question is for how long? That hurt. That hurt a lot. That would have been so much better if they get that bell tower. Mimikyu was trying to lock it in before the altars are channeled through, but that didn't happen either. Now Smexy is doing serious damage topside, especially with the pumpkins. They take the bell tower, no problem. And they're reclaiming or attempting to reclaim the one at the bottom too. Yeah, Bakul is moving out. Okay. His parents are going to be very happy about that. 9 kills to 5. And they take the pumpkins. So now with the bird being back to business at the bot lane, they can reclaim this one. Even if it's an even trade, they want to regain control over the bot lane. It's still the most important lane on the map, of course. But, well, there we got 32,000 damage for both Mephisto and Ophir. 4 deaths on Garrosh. Yeah, Garrosh needs to be a little bit careful. A bit less Sudoku here, and he's going to be fine. But there are the double altars now, and this time the bottom at least is very, very difficult to access for Chile Mountain. The one in the middle is a different story, but they also need to deal with the pumpkins, which they're trying to do right now. And there's another 10 seconds until the altar is up. Alright, Smexy's coming in to help them out. 4 versus 4, and this is the one that they have to fight for. That's why we're having Leo already in position for it. But Bakul might have to ghost out here. Everybody's coming through. Dehaka channeled the bottom. That's 4 shots fired. But here the party starts and it's a kill. The rat is down. Junkrat eliminated. The gust into the corner. Anduin is trying to do what he does best, running away. But it's not. It's Ace helping. He's really good at it. They got the kill against Varian on the other hand. Varian is down, guys. That's 2 kills already. Yes, the birdie is dead too, but still that's an advantage. And then it stops because Leo dies too. So all of a sudden it's a 3 versus 3. Leo will be back a little bit faster, but they're trying to make the play for Galnigulnar, and Stukov might also die. Heals himself. The Haka comes in, and they slow it down slightly. The altar has not been channeled yet, though. Nope. The problem is that Leo is going to be back so much quicker. They interrupt. And they come in again. Oh, the kill. Oh, Garrosh, axe to the face. But now Stukov is down too. What's happening here? Kill for a kill all day long. Berkult, now can he slow her down? No, not enough. But of course, with Leo respawning in just a second, they have to hightail it out of here. Another 4 shots get fired. That drops them down into the single digits. 7 points to 22. And both teams will reach their level 20 in just a few seconds. Yeah, this game is fairly interesting. 12 kills to 8. Good moves by both teams now. Leo already topside trying to go for the next pumpkin camp so that they get some pressure on the top lane. Good for them. Bottom of the map, the attempt to reclaim. They're doing much better now when we're talking about the control. But the Haka moved in too. There's the gust. Better safe than sorry. Keep them at bay. And force them also to react to the topside pressure, because that's another 3 shots that could potentially be fired against the blue team, and they simply cannot afford to let that happen. The Haka is the one that has to go topside and try and stop it from happening. So now they can instead move down to the bottom of the map and finally reclaim the bell tower. The blue team might do the same thing up at the top, but look at this. They go for the entomb, and nobody's following up on it. Oh, and he misses it too! Berkult! Que pasa? What's happening here? Not like this, baby. Stork, on the other hand, he gets caught, and that He could have been a kill, but they cannot drop him. Nope. 5 bell towers to 3. Big lead for Chile Mountain now. Single altar on the map. 29 stacks for the birdie on level 1. I need to take those pumpkins apart. And Dehaka is reclaiming the top. Dehaka is at it, but it's going to take him a little bit longer to make that happen. And I don't think it's going to happen before the altar is up. So not quite sure how they are going to play that out. We got, by the way, the upgrade for the Mighty Gust. We have the Wind Tunnel. We also got Mimic in. Deadly Calm. How calm is Stork really? He comes in, gets the stun. Here's the play. They're trying to burn him down. The bubble gets interrupted. Stork low. And here's the Wind Tunnel. The double kill. The triple kill. And they go for the quad. They are trying to take all of them down. The push of Junkrat into a corner. Richu is about to die. 5-man team wipe, baby. They are cleaning house. And now it's a question of whether or not you can end their game somehow. But yeah, we're going to take another look at that fight. Look at this. That one was huge. First, we got the Entomb that interrupted the bubble. Then the Mighty Gust in that position. And now they go for the channel and the boss. And that is going to lock in the victory for Chile Mountain. Yep. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 is more than 7. And therefore, it's an easy win. How many points did they get? 9. Exactly. So, math is big with us here. We have a victory for Chile Mountain as they move on to the next round of the qualifier.